Thank you for being part of the Soul Tribe. Some of you have been joining us since the beginning of the pandemic. We haven't taken a break. It's been 16 months. Somebody actually counted, I think it was Dana. I don't know, Dana, if you're here, but she marked that for 91 weeks we have been together. We have been holding our community strong without missing a beat. And just happy to say that the lives continue. So Wednesday night, 6 p.m. Pacific. We also meet on Sunday morning, 9 a.m. These Wednesday nights, I do record them and I post it on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/jchodagam. You can go revisit them. If you were missing some of the sessions, then here's a great chance for you to catch up. Just all in all, it's just a beautiful ride that we've been on, and we want to keep that streak going. So here we are today to talk about matters of the heart, living from the heart space. So Florida, San Francisco, Sydney, Wisconsin, Uruguay. Oh my God, fantastic. Thank you. I see the donations coming in. I appreciate it. Yes, the donations mean a lot. They help me to continue to be doing my work free of charge and without having any constraints, any barriers for people who want to come and receive. Just have this abundant source from where they can draw inspiration and draw love and centeredness. Stephanie from Texas, hello, welcome. So as a way of introduction, my name is Jay Chodagam. I'm a meditation practitioner here in the San Francisco Bay Area. I started my meditation practice 22 years ago when I was in Austin, Texas. And I just got so involved with it that I decided to move into a monastery and live like a monk for 18 years. And while I had my engineering degree, my spiritual depth and my spiritual growth was very important. And so that was a very significant part of my life. And now I bring together my scientific bent of mind and my spiritual practice for all these years. What I call it, the ancient wisdom blends with modern neuroscience. And today we're here to talk about the living from a heart space. And this is something that's such a crucial thing at a time when we're being applauded, we've been awarded to live in our head space. The faster we think, the more analytical we are. We just are honored, we're just revered, we just considered to be superhuman beings. And so therefore we've gravitated slowly away from that heart space. And as we moved from the countryside into the cities, and as we got into the bustle and the rat race of this accumulation of physical wealth, we have been so separated from it. And so you feel it. After a point, you go so far away from center, it's a scarcity, even though there's seemingly a financial abundance, a materialistic abundance. And when you feel that drought within, when that feel that emptiness, that void that says, I seemingly have everything, I've been there, done that, I seemingly have arrived, and yet I feel empty. And that's when the waking up happens. And so it's a natural process. The pain that we feel from being off center is a necessary indicator. It's a wind vane, it's a telltale sign that tells us that something needs to change. And so, folks, my Wednesday night, if it's your first time, I just want to give you a quick format. This is going to be, half of it is going to be breathwork, half of it is going to be meditation, and then I'm going to share some wisdom nuggets and a little bit to interweave between the transition of the breathwork and the meditation. Let's go ahead and jump right into the practice. Today, I'm going to be teaching you some really nice, about 4 practices that will get you into your heart space and then will lead into the meditation. All right. So first, I want you to take something called Vishnu Mudra. So we're going to do alternate nostril breathing. If those of you who have come here before know this, it's ring finger and the thumb alone. The other fingers just are kind of folded in. The pinky stays up. It doesn't really do anything. So here's what it's going to look like. I want you to take in a breath from the left nostril to begin with. Exhale from the right. Inhale from the right and exhale from the left. So let's get that going. This is called Nadi Shodhana. It's a very, very fundamental practice. Inhale, exhale from the opposite side. Inhale from the same side where you exhale from, and exhale from the opposite. You get the rhythm? So let's go ahead and do 5 in and 5 out. Even, nice, and deep. I want you to expand your diaphragm using your belly to open the abdominal cavity as you're breathing in, and as you exhale, using the diaphragm to push out the air, which contracts, which brings into your rib cage closer together as the air comes out as a warm breath. So let's do this for a few more rounds. Get that rhythm going. And then I will add a level of complexity to that. Okay, now I want you to go ahead and release your fingers. And this time we will go ahead and inhale, hold the breath in our lungs, and turn your chin down to touch your collarbone as best as you can. If you can't touch it, it's okay. I'm going to tell you how long to hold. I'm going to count for you, and you just hold with your lungs completely full. Okay, let's go. Let's do this. That was just a demonstration. Let's do this together. Inhale through the nostrils. Hold, and if you need to pinch your nose to keep the air in, you're welcome to do that. Turn your chin down. This is referred to as Jalandhara Bandha. Bandha means to hold. And this is a very powerful exercise to be able to retain the air, alter the breathing, regulating your energy flow. This is Pranayama, the ancient wisdom that shows you how to tap into this life force. Now come back up, exhale, one cycle of air in and out. Exhale, inhale, hold the breath at the top of the lungs, and then turn your chin down and hold. Hold till I tell you. I do the counting, you just do the holding. And exhale, come back up. Notice that I'm keeping my eyes closed. I encourage you to do the same. In pranayama, we use the ears, not the eyes. The eyes stay closed, and the ears are sensitive to the flow of air. Taking a deep breath into the abdomen, and at the top of the lungs, hold. Hold and turn your chin down to your collarbone. Third and final round of Jalandhara Bandha. And release, let go, come back up. And we're done with this. Now let's go to the next, which is called Vastrika. In this Vastrika exercise, we take an inhale through the nostrils, and the exhalation will be like the sniffing of a dog. Like that. So let's go ahead and take it deep into the belly, breathing in. 3/4 of exhale, and first round of Vastrika. And relax. Let go. If you're doing this right, you should only notice the air coming out of the nostrils and your belly lightly flapping. You can feel using your belly to control this exhalation. Everything else is absolutely stationary. Nothing else is moving. All right, so now let's take another deep breath in. Let's go in for the second round. 3/4 of breath out and Vastrika. And allow it to let go. Stop this. Take a break from this exercise. A full cycle of air in and out through the nostrils. Take a deep breath into the belly through the nostrils. 3/4 of breath out. Third and final round of Vastrika. Okay, we stop and we're done with this round of Vastrika. Just feel into the experience of how you are right now as compared to when you walked in here about 10 minutes ago. Just 10 minutes. Notice the transformation. Okay, as we move on to the next exercise, in this exercise, we will inhale for a count of 4 through the nostrils. We're going to hold for a count of 4, so even count, and then we do a long exhale for a count of 8 just through the left nostril. So we'll use, just like the first exercise, we'll use the thumb to seal the right nostril, so the exhalation, the letting go of what the body does not need, the toxins, the stress, the anxiety, everything is released for a count of 8. So let's do this together. Inhale through both nostrils. Hold. Hold. Pinch your nose if you need to pinch, but hold. And exhale from the left. Just the nostril, one nostril, not the mouth. Mouth stays closed. Now inhale, both nostrils. Hold for a count of 4. And exhale just through the left side, letting go of the toxins, letting go of the waste, letting go of what the body does not need. Let's do a third and final round of this. Inhale. Hold. And exhale for a count of 8. Now bring your hands back to the lap or the armrest, or if you're lying down, to the floor next to you, the bed on which you're laying down. Bring your hands into Vayu Mudra, which is touching the tips of your index finger to the tips of your thumbs. And let the arms rest, palms facing up, making sure no joints are locked. As we transition into the matters of the heart. The heart we're here to talk about is not the heart, the organ, but it is the center of your perception. It is a place from which you look beyond the obvious, beyond the surface of things, and see into a deeper reality. a reality that emerges from some unknown profundity. A place from which life can be caught without it necessarily meeting the eye. Sometimes referred to as insight. And in that space of insight, you find meaning. You find clarity. And it's a place where meaning, insight, and clarity seem to merge. This kind of perception is sometimes referred to by the sages and saints as faith. The faith is the substance of things that you hope for, the evidence of things not seen. What it really designates is taking a leap, not into the dark, not leaping into the dark, but really a subtle seeing into the dark, a kind of a spiritual night vision that allows one to see with inner certainty that the elusive golden thread glimpsed from within actually does lead somewhere. There is a sign when you're living from the heart space. If you're envious of somebody, it is because they are mirroring a place in you that does not feel abundant. After all, if you feel abundant, if you're overflowing, the symptom of that abundance is that anybody's success makes you joyous. If anybody's success makes you feel anything less than joyous, then that is a symptom of scarcity. The heart center unites. While the heart unites, the mind divides. This may sound idealistic to you, but I invite you to think about it from a philosophical perspective of interdependency. From a philosophical perspective of karma, that if you hurt somebody, you will be hurt. You need to be prayed for. There's a powerful story of the Dalai Lama who was once performing the Kala Chakra initiation, which is a great Tibetan Buddhist ceremony, at his ashram in Dharamsala in India. In the middle of this very formal ritual, some Tibetan monks came running into the room, screaming, crying that the Chinese had just murdered hundreds of thousands of Tibetans. And the whole ceremony was disrupted. And everybody looked up at the Dalai Lama. The Dalai Lama stopped the ceremony and said to the people, "Now, we're all going to pray for the Chinese." And this is a practical demonstration of seeing the interdependency. And that can only come from a place of deep compassion. Compassion for the ones who perpetrate hurt. The energy of the heart center has to do with giving and receiving. It has to do with supporting others and receiving support from others. Supporting another person does not mean that you support their stupidity. It does not even mean that you support their behavior. If your kid comes up to you and asks you for money to buy drugs, would you support that behavior? But you can challenge that behavior without withdrawing your love, and that is absolutely crucial. You may not like what someone is doing. You may be even in a position where you can reprimand, punish, or condemn someone for what they're doing. But that's very different from withdrawing your love energy for them, withdrawing your compassion for them. Now ask that you visualize a lake. When the lake is flat and calm and nothing is moving, the potential power of that mass of water is enormous. The first ripple across the surface is the first manifestation of that power. Similarly, within our consciousness, ourself, when we are calm and silent, we are at our most powerful. In the external world of nature, the mirror-like quality of the lake, the calm and serene state of the lake attracts our attention. We seem to recognize this form of natural beauty and resonate with it from a deep place within our own nature. Perhaps it's because it represents and mirrors our own true, natural, and original state. Similarly, if you are in the presence of someone who is completely calm, someone who seems to carry a certain serenity into everything they do, it is as if they give off the fragrance of peace. It is a fragrance that also attracts our attention because it resonates with the heart of our own being, which is at its core of the same nature. No one tells us that we have drifted far from the tranquility and the beauty of the dwelling in our heart. The idea of just being. And there's no one to guide us back to that place where our peace and our power can always be found. And sometimes when you sit quietly, whether by a lake or somewhere in nature, and if you listen closely, you may feel your heart beating. You will become aware of your own pulse. And if you sit with intention to allow your mind to slow down, and if you let go of your intellectual evaluations for a few moments, if you let things become very quiet within your consciousness, you will begin to hear and feel your real heart. You will hear and feel the pulse of love. Not Hollywood love. From that pulse comes intention. And the deepest intention for us humans is to make a connection, commune, and harmonize with others. At every moment, you are like a radio transmitter. You're transmitting a subtle and invisible energy, a vibration. The highest vibration is something that we call love. Not that love that says, I love you. Not that love that needs an object to love. But the love that you are. When this energy radiates outwards without the hindrance of any attachment, without any distortion of desire, without being diluted by judgment or fear, it enters the world, connects with the world, and embraces everything and everyone out there in the world. This is not a task. It's not just another action. It is not something that you have to do. It is already being done. It is already happening. It is what you are. When the self lives from the heart, it is the energy, the intention of love that shapes your thoughts and informs your decisions. Judgment and resistance are replaced by compassion and acceptance. Fear and anger dissolve simply because their deepest cause was the unfulfilled need for love and peace from others, which is now being fulfilled from your own heart, fulfilled from within yourself. Heaviness and sorrow take a bow and exit the stage, because now the heart needs no thing and no one to make it light and happy. It already is. The need of our heart, our real heart, our true self, is not to take in anything, but to give out what is already there. And those who do life with love will tell us, when everything is given and done with love, the one who is nourished and empowered the most is the giver. And so, to the heart of the matter, only when we step out of our busy minds can we sit back in the peace of our heart. Only when we end evaluation and judgment of others can we cease creating those irritations and frustrations and rediscover the serene and peaceful nature of our heart. Only then can real love emerge from the depth of our being and find its way through our life and into daily living. Only then will the search for love end with the realization that love is not an object of neediness, not something to be acquired. And only then you may realize that you don't fall in love. You already are and always will be in love, because it is what you are, and you always will be. And I want you to please bring your palms together at your heart center in prayer position. And I want you to rub your palms, creating, kindling prana or chi. And then apply them, one with each palm on your eyes, eye socket with the eyes closed, and bless yourself. May clarity reign in my mind. May love reign in my heart. And health reign in my entire body. And taking your palms, making them face outwards as if you're sending a blessing. Let's visualize our beautiful planet Earth. And so many places on it right now that are seeing the wrath of destruction, the wrath of Mother Nature. Floods, fire, drought, famine. And as if you're an angel of love, let beams of light emerge from the palms of your hands, from your heart through the palms of your hands, out towards this planet Earth, such that our brothers and sisters may find solace. They find the strength, the faith to persist, to persevere, and realize the love that they are. Bringing our hands back to heart center in prayer position, let's take a bow of gratitude for this moment. And acknowledge what these last 42 minutes have done for you. And if you could summarize how you're feeling right now in one word, I invite you to share that with us in the comment section so that we may all recognize the feeling that is being shared at this moment by this beautiful soul tribe, by the spiritual gathering that is spread and sprinkled all over the globe like little lights shimmering from the night sky, looking out from space down onto planet Earth. And as you're reverberating that energy, that vibration of love, know that it is affecting those around you. Whether it's close or they're far, but certainly this impact is being felt. And your vibrations of love are shaping the atmosphere around you. For anybody who walks in there, cannot help it but to feel more loved. Look at the beautiful sharing that I'm seeing here. Whole, enlightened, loved, blessed, calm, peace, fulfilled, grateful, ethereal, connected, replenished, grateful. Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing. And I'm feeling my heart is just blasted wide open, radiating with love and bliss. And I thank you all for being part of this exercise. This is the first time I've actually done this, living from the heart space. And so it's such a fortune to be in this circle of friends, circle of soul, the soul tribe, and to be able to share matters of the heart. So once again, folks, I invite you to please make donations, and make donations generously. It's some of us who can afford it, and let's do it with our big open heart. And some of us who are here for whatever reason may not be able to contribute, and that's okay. You're here to receive, and you're very welcome to do that. And those of us who can, we try to be a family and compensate. We try to accommodate, and let's just share the love as best as we can. And now, I invite you to go ahead and drop in any questions that you want to ask, anything, any comments. Thank you, Christina. I appreciate it. Indeed. Yeah, I felt it. I could feel the vibrations as I was going through the meditation. I could feel the energy just completely shift. So I benefited from it just as much as any one of you did. So let's see, Al's got a question. I realize the best place for us is to be still. However, is there ever a time when being in a foul mood okay? And that's an expression of what is happening. It is the foul mood is telling you as a wind vane. It's giving you an indication that there is some sort of a dissonance between who you are and what you're trying to be, between what your true nature is and what your mind is telling you that you should be experiencing and feeling at that moment. So you're holding on to something that is not real, and in that dissonance, there is the expression of the foul mood. And so when that happens, foul mood is just an example. It could be rage, it could be depression, it could be anxiety, whatever. Any of those emotions are coming to tell me that I am feeling some movement. So we talked about the example of the flat, clear lake. And when they see the first ripple, it is energy in motion, emotion. And so what that is telling me is something has come to tell me that I am removed from my latent, powerful, blissful state. And so it's something for me to recognize and see, what is it that I need to learn? What is it that I need to delve into such that I can return to my natural state of bliss? And we don't want to stay in that state of foul mood, right? I don't think that's ever pleasure. But not to avoid it, recognize it. So first of all, becoming awake, to realize what is triggering it, and then transform so that I may return back to my placid, crystal clear, blue state of being joyful and happy. Fantastic. Let's see. So what other questions do we have? Any circle we can join to get updates? Parul, absolutely. Yes. Thank you for bringing that up. I do have a circle. It's called Meditate with Jay, and it's a place that we, the Soul Tribe, we've been gathering since the beginning of the pandemic. It's a great place for you to ask questions, to get any links, for me to share my, like I said, all of these sessions are recorded, and a couple of days after the session, I edited it and I posted it on YouTube, and that's where I share my links. So go ahead and look for Meditate with Jay, and that's where you will find our beautiful Soul Tribe. Please consider doing this session again. It is so impactful, Jana. Yes, I think it's worthwhile. Yes, it came out. I'm very pleasantly surprised how well I experienced it to be myself as it is coming through me, folks. I just want to make a point here that it's not my wisdom. It's the wisdom of the universe, and we're just mere flutes. The divine musician is playing, using us as an instrument. All we are is not even the flute, the hole in the flute. And we are all holes, and through us comes out the beautiful melody. And so, yes, I enjoyed listening to the melody as it was being spoken through this instrument of the mouth. Yes, resonated deeply indeed. Yes, beautiful. All right. Seems like the hearts are flying, the words are settling, the mood is blissful, the stomach is content. So why don't we take this as an opportunity to bring this to a closure? And like I said, please join me on the app and the circle called Meditate with Jay. And I will be offering a series of workshops on Insight Timer. Also, by the way, I have one-on-one coaching. If you want to get into a state of heartfulness and you need one-on-one guidance, if you are hurting from something, if you want to be heard, if you want to be healed, and I highly recommend that you please hit me up on this app in the workshops /mentoring. You can find that by clicking on the icon on the bottom right corner of your screen. And when you click that, you'll see the mentoring /workshops, and that's when you will be able to sign up for my sessions. And I have sessions where you can do one-off or a package of 3 or a pack of 6. And I will guide you and I will hold hands with you to go through the process of healing and that mobility towards whatever that you wish to accomplish in your life. With that said, folks, thank you for your donations. I thank you for your generosity. It means a lot to me. It helps me to continue doing my work freely, without any barriers, without any gateways. And until I see you all again on Sunday, I wish you all stay happy, stay strong, and be well.